Okay. I'm finally back to making the video game, because I've only streamed Thursday this week, the actual game. Even that was a short stream. But okay, eventually this will activate, and once it does, we'll be off to the races. Actually, okay, there it is. I know that I need to do things, and I know the general direction that I need to do, but I think I'm getting to the point where I need to start doing more work off-stream again. Because admittedly, I think I've also just been, like, I've talked about it before, because it's getting to be winter in here, I sort of get off-kilter. Because, you know, in Seattle it starts getting dark at like 6 p.m. In fact, it's almost pitch black out right now. So soon I'll have to start thinking of things to keep myself sane. And also actually, like, start doing work, just make it a habit. That's a fun little quirk of the platforming, the roll jumping super high off of, like, sloped ledges. Okay, well, enough thinking about that. I need to think about what I really need to do, because this basically... I'm still in what I've been calling Pass 2 of the game. Hang on, I'm going to fiddle with the audio a little bit. And Pass 2 basically is, like, it's meant to be story stuff, because I feel like the story is in a place where I know the ending, but I still don't really feel like the middle part of the game works all that well. But I think what I might even do is just start making this area feel better. You know, and basically just build this out as like the vertical slice instead of doing that. Because then at least, because, you know, I'll still be procrastinating, but I think this area I understand pretty well now. And if I really don't, or like this area, I know the story beats that I want to hit here. And I think maybe that'd be good for my sanity, to actually just skip the Pass 2, declare it done, and just start making the vertical slice for this area. But now that I've said it out loud, I know exactly why I'm doing that. It's still basically procrastinating on, like, making the game feel complete. Because it's very easy for me to, I guess, succumb to the temptation to just do work that I know, or where there's like a measurable goal, rather than doing the work that actually needs to be done, which oftentimes is like very difficult, ambiguous work. You know, because like improving the visuals of this place won't matter much if I don't know what purpose it's going to serve in the story, or like, you know, how much I need to develop it and how much stuff needs to be here and like what the flow of it needs to be for the story. I guess I could just do... You know what? Let's start a new game. Oh, wait, no. Save and quit is not the thing that I need. Let's also remove the print statement, so NPC scheduled. Video game. Is that the only one? No clipping? Walking? 2. Oh, it's because it decided to put new stuff. Okay. Let's start a new game. And I'm going to try to figure out... Also, I knock on my computer. Yeah, I need to get a new computer as well. Or just, like, really take this one apart and figure out what's wrong with it. But I'm scared because it's a laptop, and I've completely bricked laptops before, disassembling them wrong. That was a long time ago, but I'm still anxious about it. But okay. Oh yeah, I guess this is about the right place for that. Okay. So I want to really think about, like, the story here. So I guess I'll do, like, an audiobook of the game for your enjoyment. So the man smiles as you approach. Oh, your housing satisfactory? You made sure to get wardrobe as asked. Yes, thank you. It's perfect. In your letter, you said there was some paperwork I needed to bring in. Oh, sure. Your country has forms we need to fill for tourism. If you have them, I will take them. Hint, you can use items from the special dialogue menu. So this, I think what I want, I'm going to put it in the vertical slice, is basically I want a little bar that comes up and then has a little icon. And then the player just presses it there, rather than having it all the way in the corner here. So that way, every time dialogue becomes contextual, it'll do that. So let's make sure that that's actually in here. Because that should be in the slice. UI improvements, show notifications inline. Yep, exactly. So I think I have those. Okay. So that's good. I don't need to test him, because that's not really story stuff. Okay, so the thing here with Armstrong. I'm going to save here. Oh wait, no. I don't actually want to change it right now. But, oh, interesting. He's wearing all black, basically. So Jackie the Coats Girl. Well, we got this fun dialogue. But okay. So we have our little... Well, that's actually not that much dialogue. So how do we fix the medium capacitor? Where do we get it? If anyone found one, they were stored in a cave. A what? A specter. Okay, so this also needs to be here. I guess... I don't know why sometimes I put things in to-dos and sometimes I don't. Like, because I feel compelled to just fix this right now. Basically, the dialogue needs another little option, basically, like this one, where I can ask to elaborate. Because if we go here... where do we get it? So let's have this here. Let's do that. Well, how do I want to do this? I have a good idea. Then let's do just an otherwise here. So how long will that take? And then we'll have like... Oh wait, no, let's just have... Let's just say I didn't come halfway across the world. Let's just say I'll go get it then. And then she'll just exit here. Okay. Okay, so now... Hang on. So now, there's a little bit more, what have you. Dialogue flow, sort of. Wait, no, let's just say... How long will that take? Let's see. I'd rather go get it now, frankly. Or let's say... Let's just say that. And actually, you know what? You'll consider this rude as well. Okay. So now, basically, the player has the option of being rude or being extra rude to Armstrong as their first introduction to him. And then there's this guy who does that stuff. Okay. Man, the frame rate is just really bad. Why is the frame rate so bad? Wait, why is this still... I could have sworn that I fixed that being on top of the dev console, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, the frame rate looks bad. We'll just accept that for now. I also realized I didn't even think about the fact that I'm streaming on Wi-Fi right now. Because my Ethernet cable just isn't long enough to get from the router to here. So I just need to get another one, and I just haven't done it yet. So many bugs. Like those guys flying to God knows where. Eventually I should do something with the camera, when you can zoom in. Well, I guess maybe I could just make it highlight interactables, because my original plan was to make it so that you could, like, do special interactions so that you could, like, look at signs and then have some sort of dialogue to interact, like, read the sign, basically. But I only needed that for one specific area. So I think what I'll actually do is just have it so that when you do this, it zooms, it, like, highlights people you can talk to, basically. Okay. So you read about this. Let's activate the medium. So nothing seems to happen. Let's go to the medium. So what I want to do here is clearly establish why Jackie is here. So if we go to primordial. So mum, I blah blah blah. You know where you are. Do you know why you left? Let's say, like... I'll come back when I learn more, alright? Let's do this. So, like, ask once, leave. And we'll call this, like, questions PRI. Oh, wait. Okay. So it stared blankly. ask once place, so like, I know. Why? Where did you go? So it doesn't make any clear... Or you can't make out any of its other motion or sound. Okay, so what were the mysteries that I put here? So if we go to second pass, the mysteries. So where does she live? How does she meet Dad? Does she have any friends? Okay, these are more about the, like, specifics of... Hang on. These are all about the specifics of, like, the game. Like, the secondary objectives for the player to understand this. So this will be good. So let's actually put all that in here. So note, where did my, or let's say I know my mother lived in the area, but where? So note, mom/dad, where or how my mother and father meet again. I think it was a town. It was a town called Crab Hill or something. So note, mom/friends. Perhaps my mother has some friends in the area I can look for. Or perhaps my mother had some friends in the area who still live around here. Or let's say I know my mother lived in this province, Ralna. But where? But where exactly? So how did my mother and father meet again? It was a town called Lobster or something. Okay, so now we have these 4 little quest things. And so let's get that cooking. Or, like, re-importing. So medium light. I don't actually understand what this is. I think this might be some kind of wild goose chase that the medium is creating. So the medium has, or no, Mom said light when I asked where she went. Does that mean anything? Why is my YouTube playlist not playlisting again? Let's shuffle it then. I really should just... I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Because I like listening to more music than what I actually own. But okay. So this will be mum, medium, quest. So I think this will give the player a lot more ability to, like, understand what the player is supposed to be doing. Actually, what if she just says it completely cohesively? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So you don't think that means anything? Well, let's just say it shakes its head. Okay, and then let's say, what other questions would I want to have? Let's just say it's good to see you again. It's good to finally meet you, Mum. Do I want a capital M here? Hmm. Wait, no, should... So she should be sitting sad here. And then maybe when we do this... What should I do? Hmm. I guess that's fine. Also, I'm gonna skip this album. Okay. So others now is to find people. Yeah, that seems all good. So let's reload the dialogue. Actually, let's re-import again. Wait, did it fail? Failed to re-import, maybe? Oh, extra indentation at 786. Is there... What did I change at 786? Oh, there is extra indentation. Will it work now? Hang on. Re-import. Okay, that thinks... Or I think that works. So now if we reload. It's unmistakable. Okay. So, it's good to finally meet you, Mom. Oh, wait. That doesn't do what it should do. Okay. And then, ask once, reading. Okay, because the rest of this is more just flavor. Like, this one might be an avenue that I actually explore, but maybe not. So I didn't expect to feel like this. Okay. And hopefully the player won't think that's a bug where it does the 3 journal notes. I might just want to have, like, if there's similar notes, it just has parentheses around it. That could be interesting. Like, it checks if the previous note has the same text and then just puts a little thing there. Yeah, there's something weird with the lighting. Like, her eyeshadow looks significantly darker in darker environments. And I don't know what's up with that. Well, I guess it's just because there's actual shadows that hide the effect out there. Okay. So I saw my mom, sort of. So, I don't know exactly an impression. I never knew her that well. So did you not understand how the medium worked? It uses your memories. So of course I understand. That's why I came to this medium specifically. Okay, so I know all this stuff. Okay, so I might want to do... I know. He's not going to say that. He's going to do, uses your memories, so of course I understand. Trying to think. I know what to do. Let's do... Well, I guess let's have this here, but then I'm going to use Armstrong as another tutorial. So basically... Well, if you need any help with that, I'll gladly help. Or if you need any help finding where to go, or if you need any help with your investigation or whatever. Let's say, I'll start looking, or let's say, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. That's... Or... Be back later. And then I'll just say, good luck on your search. Okay, because I'm going to remove all of this. Oh, wait. Let's collapse these all. So these are like the main loop stuff. Okay, so where is mum/plateau? Oh, I could have sworn we had it here. Armstrong Disgust Plateau. Okay, we do have it here. Note mum. So how much do you know about the medium? I've read descriptions. I'm looking for information about a woman named Tara Sild. So let's say... Let's go like note mum / where. So like basically we should probably have something where like if you've already asked or like if you're already in this context. Let's just have here as well. Hint. Or most use journal notes. Ask questions about the notes subject. These can... Many notes are... No, what am I trying to think? What am I trying to say here? Use journal notes to ask questions or find special... Is the main... Or this is your main tool for investigating. Okay. I'm trying to find... So my mother was named Tara Sild. Let's just have ask once medium. And we'll have like mum questions. You plateau. And then like ask once you parents. Do I want this here? I guess I'll have this here. Ask once you Wait, no, not that. We'll have a go-to here for n questions, and then we'll have just skip exit. So let's just say my mother was named Tara Sild. Does that name sound familiar at all? She would have left Jikaz 28 or so years ago. Well, I guess that's... And then... Well, she left the country. I've never met a woman with that name. Oh, I'm just realizing now. I needed the this doesn't actually have the relevant stuff. This just has mum/discuss/plateau. So I need to go back. Hang on. PowerShell. I need to check out that code that I deleted. Or... oh. We'll have a backup here. Okay, so dialogue, intro, Armstrong. Do I want to check out? Yeah, I'll check out. Basically, we'll get this code back because I need to actually have mum/plateau. So we need this all. And then put this back. And then we can do note mum. And I'll remove this one for now. You know what? This is a really important question. So I'll put that in my, like, to-do of, like, mysteries. Who else knows about the medium? Most of this music's getting too loud. Well, I always say that I'll stop putting on music because, admittedly, I kind of find it more an annoyance. But then I feel weird without it. Let's just turn it off. You can put on your own music. And actually, that means that I don't even need headphones on. Because I'm not even listening to things. Okay. Let's see, I'm also gonna, you know what? Oh, wait, oh, the game's been running. You know what? Turn that off. That'll keep the computer a little cooler. But okay, let's say here, otherwise, do you know her full name? Oh wait, I guess that should be stats. So not stats, yeah, quasi names. Do you know her? Oh wait, did I not put the plateau? Wait, where the fuck did I put that? Hang on. I didn't even put this anywhere. Okay, let's put this here. So Yukazi / names. So do you know her full name? Okay. So otherwise, we'll just say, well, she left the country before I was born. But I can say at least that I can say, though, that her name, that the name Silde from the place, the Silde Plateau. Alright, so where is that? It's also called the Great Plateau. It's the one with the tree tower. Impossible to miss. So, right, so this plateau would be the best place to find people who knew my mother. It would be my first guess, at least. Good luck to you. Okay. So now we actually have that there. And then we can exit that. And then here, let's just have that there. Okay, so that now gives us a new way of interacting or encouraging the player to actually use the item dialogue system. And I'll start doing that more and more for all of these characters, but okay. So I'll keep that in mind somewhere in here. Oh yeah, we should also probably have this. Hmm. This is your main tool for discovering or for from people. Okay. So that gives us, at the very least, some basic stuff. And in fact, we could do an alternate method of getting here. You know, this, because now basically all of the notes with mum are in this catch-all, which I guess is fine. But I suppose it'd be better if, why am I not, oh, video game is like dying. Hang on, let's do the profiler. Let's see how it's going. Badly. Yeah. You know what? If the game's going to act like that, where it takes 10 seconds per frame, let's just not even deal with the actual, like, game for now. Let's just play in the space of writing. Because I want to know... Alright, let's go to Paint, so that way I can actually remember and, like, have some sort of visual aid to figure out where we're actually going to be going. Let's do... oh, wait, let's open... I don't want to spoil my recent video. Okay. In here, I got Jak for project, UI, map. Flip. It flipped it horizontal. Oh wait, I see, because it was... Okay, because it wasn't just flip, or it wasn't rotated, it was flipped. So I actually did need to do that. Oh well. Okay. Let's save this as, like, concept art. Map. Like, quest map dot pdn. You know, because I've done this before, where basically we start from here. Where's my layers? There they are. So yeah, we start from... Let's even get out my dang tablet, so that way I can, like, pretend that I'm drawing. Okay. So we have, like, a little thing. Let's get a color that I can see, sort of. So we start from here. So the first direction that we get, let's have like, what should I have? I think white lines from one place to another will tell us like how, or like connections. Like we can immediately get information that leads us from here to here. So this is like our Armstrong. Or I guess probably various people will say this. So let's just say, let's just say people. Let's get the shopkeeper in here as well. Or, no, I don't really need that. So where did she live? So like, let's say directions to the plateau town. So we have Armstrong, the shopkeeper, other people, like Byro, Cerubik here. Because basically anybody in the game who you ask will be like, oh, she's probably from the plateau. Oh, this thing is still... Oh, because I haven't retaken the photo for the map. But okay. Everybody takes us here, and then we can take that to here. I keep pressing the Windows key by accident. But okay. So once we're there... That also gives us info here. And like, you know, literally everywhere funnels us to here. Do I also want to give the player the option of, you know, some way of directly getting from here to here? I think actually, because Jackie doesn't know the name of the town, unless you already have it mentioned, like, because she thinks it's lobster, so I think most people in this area won't recognize the word lobster. That's going to be my tool to make it, well, no, but then if she says, you know, because if you ask, like, what is a lobster? Someone's going to answer, it's like a crab. And then they're going to go, oh, you probably mean Crab Hill then. Maybe, I guess it's fine. I can just give the player all of the options from the get-go. This isn't going to be like an Outer Wild situation where, like, you have a whole connected chain of things. It's like basically everybody everywhere. Okay, directions to the plateau town. So how did you meet Dad? Directions to Crab Hill. Armstrong, shopkeeper again. Lots of other people. So did she have friends? This will be specifically Orstad, or like directions to what's it called? Chicebury? This will be like Orstad, Natia, Yomi, Lagoon Town. Okay. Basically, we can get here. So that sends us this way. And I guess these will be like primary, like we need to go here to get important information for Mom. And these lines are like, you have been told from this location to go to this location. In fact, I'll make sure to keep a direction. Probably. In fact, there's probably a bi-direction here. That'd make a lot of sense. I mean, basically anywhere. Again, any person you ask who has dialogue should probably be able to say, oh, Silda sounds like the plateau. Okay. So I think... I mean, that sends us, like, to the corners of the world. I'd like... Oh, yeah. I forgot. So this place needs a lot more fleshing out, because this Lagoon Town is where Jackie's mom lived for a long time. Or at least a few years. So we can go this way from there. And then I guess from there, that could also quite directly lead us to here. So basically, with new information that actually, like, helps us. Because I should also keep in mind that the player can just walk to any of these locations at any time. And then this, I guess this place doesn't have a general funnel, but I should have the map marked. Oh well. Okay, so this is going to be like main info. Admittedly, I think this is actually basically everything that all of the information in the game that you can get currently about Jackie's mom. And so this area is completely unnecessary right now, which I guess is okay. All of this in-between stuff doesn't really matter. So what I'm thinking are crucial places. So let's say, like, places. So like Bishar. So that's our starting area. So we should, like, thoroughly tutorialize, produce dialogue mechanics, give directions to various interesting places, and then we should have also Chai Speri, Nim, and the Liberation Front, Surdi refugees, old, or like Natya and Yomi. Basically, there's a bunch of old, or a couple old friends of Jackie's mom, and also people of her religion up here. And then that leads into Lagoon Town. A good name, some old family, quests in another life. So this quest, I think, would be cool. I don't want to make it on stream, though. So I guess that'll be one of those things that I definitely do off stream. And also, like, drug trade in the province. Crime? Because this is meant to be sort of like a bad area, basically. Okay, and then we need grab hill, the emirate, because this is like the capital of the province. Walter, so his kinship with mum, his viewpoints on the cause. Plateau Town. So we need a name here again. Oh. Oh wait, that's what I meant. Name Orstad. Who is he? What is his arc during the quest? Because right now, he's, you and him go on a quest from here to here, but there's not really any, like, development of him or, like, any meaningful, I don't know, there's not much interesting stuff between the two of you. And I think that'd be good to have something. Like, I don't know, a rapport or, like, just learning how he lives his day-to-day life or something like that. And then we have Sherrod, which I need a lot more information about their religion. Probably the researchers. Basically, there's going to be researchers who are trying to open this tower, but this tower has like religious significance. So it's like a question of how much do they care? Because I think the researchers just straight up don't care about the religious significance of the tower. They're just more interested in actually opening it. And whether that means the Emirate then like destroys everything inside is a completely secondary thing. As long as they get first dibs on all the cool science stuff. Are there other... I'm trying to think... Oh, I know. More about... Where do we learn about Jackie's dad, basically? Like, why was he here? And why does Jackie not know many details about where they met? I guess let's also have the big questions. So these are like the little mysteries, so like the sub-mysteries. The big questions. Where is Jackie's mom now? Why did she leave? How does she feel about Jackie? I basically know those answers already. I won't spoil it, but I don't know how exactly the player figures it out right now. But okay, I think of these places, right now, the least fleshed out is this Lagoon Town, because it is literally empty. So let's just go back to Godot. I'll suffer through it. What is this? Oh, I see. Invalid yet index mum. Dot num. If global dot mum dot human. Invalid yet index mum. Dot num. Huh. Ah, well, I don't care. Well, I guess I do. So, like, let's say if not editor or engine dot editor hint and there we go. Actually, I need to use the bathroom. So I'm going to... How do I play a mid-roll ad? I need to learn how to do this now. I see. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. You can enjoy some advertisements. Okay, am I live again? Alrighty, let's get this video game going. Yeah. Alright. So, my goal is to go to... What even is that place? I think it's like 4? 5. I guess I don't have anything in here. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be chunk 04, actually. I guess I forgot that I completely deleted this area. Okay, so areas, chunks, 04. Yeah, here we are. So this area is going to be the, like, town in question. So let's try... So I'll just write some flavor text as I make it up. So, Lagoon Town. Despite being close to the capital, Crab Hill, the Lagoon Town is surprising, or is included and rarely, and I guess, oh right, it's still doing the thing where it takes 10 seconds every single frame. Yeah, it's still doing the big, like, gigantic white rectangle taking up half the screen. I swear to God, I'm going to port the game to Unreal. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to port the game to Godot 4. It's because porting to Godot 4 takes, like, a week. I just need to do it. The big thing will be... Oh, I was standing there so that Jackie's, like, tired now. Hang on, let's do that, though. And then I'm going to teleport to chunk 4. Okay. We don't need to talk to her. Okay. This will be our canvas. But okay, let's think about the lore first. So, despite being close to the capital, Crab Hill, the Lagoon Town is secluded... Or, despite being close to the capital, the Lagoon Town is secluded and out of watch... Or, what am I trying to say? Works mostly outside of supervision from the Emirate or police. That's a spooky line. Let's see, so I don't need this anymore. Also, you know what? I was about to mute all computer audio, but I don't care. Okay. Despite being close to the capital, the Lagoon Town is secluded and works mostly outside of supervision from the Emirate or police. Formerly a central hub for the country's, I guess just the provinces, poppy and, hang on, I don't even remember what drugs poppy flowers do. Oh yeah, opium. The province's opium production. That's been somewhat hampered. No, that's been somewhat restricted. The Emirates' stance, or publicly hardline stance. However, because it's still valuable for international trade, the Emirates has a habit of looking away or has a habit of looking the other way to the poppy fields in the area. I guess poppy plantations? And actually, does it make sense? I don't think this even makes sense. Well, I guess it could be cool, though. Still. To have it, like, to have this whole, like, little area down here, maybe, is poppy. Well, I guess it could just be green. Like, it's a really desert area, but then this area just gets just enough shade that it accumulates moisture. Because this is also, like, a really desert province. Much more so than, like, actual Afghanistan is. And I guess eventually I should probably start incorporating aspects of other countries if I don't want it to be, like, just poorly informed, you know, like a poorly informed pastiche of Afghanistan. Because, like, one, it doesn't look anything like the place, so I should probably start thinking of other places as well. Like, maybe different plants. What are other... I mean, coca. Like, what would coca look like, even? Like, coca plant. Oh, the game crash? Game died. Why did game stop working? Cannot open file. UI font sticks font. Sticks to math. Oh, I see. Done loading. Loaded up whole error file EOF. What is this? Shader preload. Who needs this? Hang on. I'm curious about this. Sticks to text. I'll let that cook up for a little bit. Okay. Where's cocaine even, like, planted, actually? Because that's yeah, that's South America. So that'd, like, dramatically change where we are. Or, like, dramatically complicate the actual, like... Yeah, I think that'd be too out of it. Because then it's not even, like, Middle East adjacent. Yeah, I think poppy seeds or opium production is probably going to be what we have. Because what other places grow opium poppies anyway? Metheringham, Lincolnshire, England. Oh, I guess because there are legal uses of opium. There's like laudanum and things like that. I think laudanum is opium based. Yeah, license author. Yeah, so there are licensed uses for it. Because there's also poppy seeds are still legal. Oh wait. Are these the same thing? Because you would assume there'd be like a not opium poppy. Interesting, though there are nations, so Saudi Arabia and UAE, ban poppy seeds entirely. Well, now I'm just reading Wikipedia. That's not very interesting. Okay, so that's going to go for a while. What else do we have here? What could we do? So this is a country city. Potentially old military equipment, just because I liked the visual of that tank in the poppy field. Like, because it's kind of just a badass image. Yeah, let's save this image. Is this... Let's go to... down, or my game folder, concept art maybe? So this is now going to be Lagoon Town folder. Yeah, let's say that. So scrapyard of old military equipment. Are near the city. So let's say in the actual center of the city. Well, no, because I said it was a lagoon. Wouldn't make sense. But what the hell else are they going to do with all this? Maybe it was a lagoon. Well, because I'm just going to rename it at some point, actually. It doesn't need to be a lagoon. Okay. The center of the city is still... City is primarily a poppy plantation. So I think actually we would need more stuff around the circumference of the city around here to like make it not like well, yeah, because that fiddles with things. I think maybe we want this one. This is chunk like 17, I think. Let's go to the world. Because, yeah, I think we're going to have this central canyon. The city consists of a central canyon thing and the outer ridge where most of the population lives. The central area is operated as a poppy plantation. And then the outer ridge will have like lots of scrap equipment, I think. So I think primarily chunk 15, chunk 16. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably like merge these little bits together into something. Yeah, let's say this. So Lagoon Town. So like modeling. The poppy plantation in chunk, whoops, 05, 04 actually. And then whatever it's called. The city on the outer ridge in chunk 15, 16, and 03. So the area will also have quite a bit of scrap. So the Central Canyon thing, Central Canyon areas operate as a poppy plantation. It's relatively swampy, being a basin for a lot of runoff in the area. Yeah, because basically a lot of this water here would drain into this and then drain into this basin. I guess that's what it is. I guess that's the actual proper name. Also, we should have a little bit of stuff up here, probably. relatively swampy. So what does this give us? I guess this gives us plenty of, or it's starting to take shape as to what the city would actually look like and what people's lives would be like in this area, at least in my mind. So I imagine it's relatively poor. The area is not doing very well with relatively high poverty and crime, as most of the wealth in the city is in the opium trade. And yeah, as I said, even though it's like right next to the capital, like literally right next to it, I guess I should make it more secluded even. Like, make this ridge higher or something. Because then it's like, like, here, I mean, you can literally, like, just see the fields from here, practically. It'd be ridiculous to allow that. Yeah, let's say, like, beef up the terrain in the area. Terrain around the basin. Wow, it took me a bit to figure that out. So, it should not be so obvious, or it should not be so visible from the capital. And that could also break up the sight lines a little bit better. Like the player has to go through some winding canyon areas or like winding rocky areas in order to get here. Because right now, one of my problems with the terrain in the game is the fact that, hang on, let's do, it's always wrong. The settings are always wrong for every area, but okay. Is that you can always see every landmark from everywhere at all times, basically, and that makes the world feel kind of tedious or kind of samey. So it'd be nice if there's areas that are actually genuinely closed off and you just can't get out and see things. And you can easily get turned around and stuff. So yeah, let's say that, maze-like. Maze-like, rocky, canyon stuff. I mean, it doesn't make much sense why there'd be so much stuff, but yeah, it's just gonna get all fucked up. Overhangs and things. Maybe some old, like, or maybe some old towns in the rock faces. That could be interesting. Yeah, that all seems good. Let's think more about what we would actually be doing in this town. So there's lots of scrap vehicles and old military equipment deposited on the outskirts of the city. It is secluded. I know. Its geology makes it hard to enter the city without being noticed, making it a good spot for military and criminal activity. Because, I mean, admittedly, actually, now that I think about it, the big tactical problem, though, is that it's downhill. Like, you could just go up this, like, you could go around here and then go down here. Okay, let's call this writing, content. Lagoon Town. Maybe Markdown or something. Of a central basin. And the outer ridge where most of the population lives. Okay, so let's say maybe the basin is, maybe the mountain is like considered protecting the basin. No, that's kind of stupid. Well, I've invalidated the entire like strategic value of it, but maybe it's still like agriculturally valuable just because there's the shade and the water coming in. So it's pretty good from that perspective. And then they just have some other way of like figuring out stuff. But okay, I think that is an interesting place to start. I want to make a model, or I want to model this area a little bit then, and like push it and feel out what I want from it. Because if it's going to be maze-like, it's going to be like... What geological landforms could I look for? I guess maybe like Utah. Let's look up Utah. Because it's mostly been like the American Southwest here. So we could do like mesas, land bridges, weird things like this, rock formation, stuff like that. Yeah, I think this would be a good place to start looking. We need world. And you know what? Do we even need this out right now? Let's get a few of these. Oh yeah, actually, first off, disable all of these. So that way we don't have to worry about that. And then we're just going to start really fucking up the terrain here. Yeah, we need... Well, I guess we got what I want here. I'm just going to start making little weird, like, plateau. Oh, I did not mean to bring this one up. No, I don't like that. I've ruined it. How did I even get that one? Oh, I see. No, I don't see. I guess maybe it was because I'd had something selected like my last, like, the last time I ever picked those objects. You know, like 3 months ago, whenever the last time I was that I was actually looking at this. Okay, let's go back to Utah. Okay, so what I'd like is a bit more of this look to it. So basically, like, we have it come up like this, and then we need a little bit more like, like that, almost. And then, let's cut some of these in here. So I'm just gonna like smooth this out. Do I want this? Yeah, I'll do this. And then maybe that. Oh. And then, yeah, that looks good. And this might even do what I wanted to do, maybe. But okay. I also need what do I need? There we go. I'm gonna get all this stuff. Oh. Scale it down, scale it up. Oh wait, Alt S does not do what I want. Okay. This looks like garbage. I'm ashamed of it, but that's okay. I just need a little bit more like making things not look so bad. Like especially out here, like I didn't really do anything with this area. So look at all this stuff. It's just like so weird. Wait, why is Alt S not doing what I want it to do? Hmm. Let's push this up a little bit. So it's more like plateau-ish. Hmm. This looks kind of like a cube. You know, I don't think this one's going to look so good. Is this? Oh, I see. Well, and I also messed this up, but that's okay. Because what I can do Control G, no, Control F, grid fill. Boom. It's like it was meant to be. It's, we need more, like, weird stuff, I guess. So first off, let's also fix this stuff. No, wait, I shouldn't be getting too lost in stuff. Because the entire point of this is basically to just make it so that the player, one, loses sort of sight of where they've been by the time they get into here, at least if they enter from this angle. If they enter from the top, it's inevitable that they're going to, have a good visibility on everything. But I want it to be sort of... And I guess it's also pretty hard to approach from this angle, because you have to go all the way up here before the terrain is actually, like, standable. Or, like, before it's feasible to actually climb up. And I can even punch this out a little bit. Because I'm thinking, like, get this, push it more this way, once we have this. So that way it's getting more and more difficult to actually, like, traverse the terrain here. I'm going to do a similar thing on this side. Let's do something with that up here. I think I'd like this stuff to actually be a little bit spread out more, like... I'm trying to also, like, make it not so, like, uneven in its distribution, or, like, the polygon, like, density here. Oh. I think this would make sense as, like, a river, or, like, a creek or something. Because basically, it would just start... Yeah, because it also doesn't make sense how it would split off. Oh, wait, yeah, because this part is lower than this part. So yeah, there's no... It's nonsensical, but oh well. I just want to make it so that it's not obvious how you would get up here, except for going this way. And then, like, you can find a route up there eventually by just... Probably whenever I deem it contextually appropriate in the game. Which I have no idea what that would even mean. Though this does mean that this area needs a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's make, like, a rock wall that extends out this way, that makes it much more difficult to traverse the terrain out here. What is it doing? Why is it doing this? Okay, so if I press the C button, there we go. I'll have to review the footage to figure out what I was even pressing there. But okay. So we have this now. And it is a little obvious that I'm just grabbing polygons, though. Oh well. Especially on this section. But okay, let's do a little bit of like scaling Z here. Hmm. Okay, so we now need some way to prevent this from being so, I know. Just bring more stuff up. Let's do like, let's get a knife. Nope, wrong button. Do I want to go? I guess I'll keep going this way. And then that. And then that. No, wait, this isn't. I just realized this is completely, like, pointless. Because the point of this was going to be that, like, it was, like, going to block this area. Or, like, dramatically reduce the ability for the player to even see what's over here. I guess I can just keep fucking up the terrain until it all makes sense. Do I want this? I guess if it goes a little bit out this way, then maybe. I guess that's okay. I want it to gradually evolve more. So I want, because this area also, it looks kind of bad. Well, looks pretty bad, I think. So we could probably have a bit more of this geometry, like, poking out here, like, more like plateau type stuff. Yeah, because we can do, like, let's get this out, like, this way, maybe. Because I'm thinking, like, more cutting this. You know, so we're basically just gonna get through all of this. Oh, whoops. You know what? Let's live a little. Let's intersect right there. Boom. And also, oh wait, we need a couple more of these. There we go. No, wait. We need... What do I need? There we are. Okay. So yeah, we'll just gradually evolve the terrain here until it's like only navigable by interesting gameplay. So let's just pull like this stuff up. Well, hmm. Are we gonna... What am I doing with this? I guess I can keep this all rocky and weird. For the time being, at least. Because this is gonna be like... This is like the river way. Or like... Whatever creek it is from like the basin. Or that leads into the basin from all this water that's draining out here. And it won't be... Admittedly, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a whole lot of water. Let's also make some of this a little bit flatter, where basically it's less like there's rock jutting up and more like this is cut through existing rock. Hmm. Yeah, because there should be... Well, I guess that's fine. Because this gives us a hair more intrigue. Oh wait, I need this part, actually. This part here. Oh. Okay, there we go. Man, there's like terrain getting all fucked up. Hmm. Let's get this. Oh, wait. And this will also be lowered down. Or basically, like, evened out a little bit. Hmm. It's a little too uniform now in this area. Or at least these two, but I guess that's fine. Because, like, does this even make sense with this part of the world? Let's see how it, like, fares in terms of... Yeah, so this stuff no longer even connects. Wait, how does this not work? There's a data transfer that's explicitly supposed to be here. So if we selected... Okay, so we have this correctly defined. And we have this correctly defined. So why the long face? Like... Oh, did I just press the wrong button? Okay, there we go. Now we can see if this properly applies. So that gives us a little bit more difficulty getting in here. This is definitely not enough, though. We need a lot more stuff to, like, prevent the player from just meandering into here, or just, like, beelining into here. I'm thinking rocks in this area would do a lot. But this is kind of meant to be a non-uniform area. So maybe it's more, we should have the rocks come up here and, like, more stuff in this area. Okay. I'm seeing it now. Basically, the path of the river needs to be like here, and then it needs to go like this way around this. And then here. Basically. And the rock is going to be here to prevent the player from just getting in here. So the hard parts are going to be getting this to behave how I... Oh, wait. Hang on. First things first. Blender. Wake up, Blender. Okay. Unapply all the modifiers. Because we need these four. What does this connect to? And why is it not connected? Oh, are these supposed... I guess those are supposed to be connected. I guess it's just because I'm fucking it up so much that any slight issue with my terrain is going to cause problems. Oh well. Basically, this part here, all this comes up. So all this fiddling that I did here with all the... Well, actually, no. Well, actually, yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. This stuff now. It's going to be so fucked. This terrain is going to be, like, hopelessly fucked up. Well, it could be worse. But okay, so now the basin goes into here, and this... That was a little too much of that. Hmm. There we are. Now we have a little bit more uniform stuff there, and we have a nice little area here, and we can do, like, I don't know, push these around, push this in, push this down, rotate here. That's not what I want at all. I wonder if I can temper... Oh wait, I guess I can... Oh wait, no, I was gonna say, can I apply a shrink wrap but still keep the modifier? Because that'd be really useful for like snapping all of the vertices to the right points. So that way they don't get too out of sync. Okay, and now we need a way of getting this water. Let's make it so that this maybe is a little like lake area, like a secondary little area. Why is it? There we go. So SZ. Okay. We're going to bring this even higher up. Look at how horrible all of this terrain is. I think for my next game, if I do any sort of terrain, I'm going to try to figure out, like, if there's any, like, voxel-based things, or, like, you know, signed distance field-based nonsense that I can do instead of this horrible mess. Oh well. So now, for my next trick, we need to go this area. There we are. And just a little bit of rotation here to make it so, to make sure that this part is going to be higher. We're going to need like, yeah, this terrain system, or putting all of this as a blender mesh, was a mistake, because one, it's horrendously slow. Two, it performs terribly. And three, it's so easy to just get like terrible geometry in here. Because I can manually come in here later and fix all this if I really want to. And I guess eventually I probably will, but for now. This will be what we do. Why is this not doing SZ.2? There we go. And then I'm going to move this even up further. Okay. More chaos, more rocks. Because it's not like a place you'll get lost in, but it is a place that'll just hopefully break up the line of sight. Okay, let's see this in action. Enable all the modifiers, save it, let's go. Oh wait, hopefully Blender doesn't crash when I do this. Because I didn't even save. It's been so long that I heard the hard drive spinning up. I'll let that cook. I'll get Blender up. Okay. But at least now this place has some interest. It's horrible geometry, though. We'll see how it looks in game. Because I think a more drastic step would be to throw out all of the terrain, which admittedly would not actually be that much stuff. Like, there's not actually that much stuff that I would need to do again. Well, If I find a really effective terrain making tool that does what I want, like, you know, efficient polygons, easy editing from, like, constructive, like basically constructive or non-destructive editing at the very least. Let's do a... So basically, if there's something that would allow me to easily recreate all of the terrain in the game, then I would do it. Okay, this looks pretty good, though, from ground level at least. Like, it just looks more like there's stuff going on. There's rocks, there's like layers to it. And then we can eventually have like water down there and greenery, and like we can put, we can level some of the ground here and have like buildings and stuff. Okay. Because admittedly, I also don't... Yeah, I guess I'll live with the fucked up geometry, because it also is kind of like the game's style at this point. It's like... It's just what the game looks like. Yeah, so admittedly, the mountain is just so enormous and like overbearing in this area that even now it's still like the dominating thing. Well, you know what? But I think it is a good start to this area. So that means that would make this area make more sense as like a poppy field. Because then there's just less ways to get in. Like, you have to either like climb up and over, which would be very easy to see, or like hike up all the way to the other side of the mountain, or I guess to the little summit. Because that's basically that place there, that little mountain above us, is called the Little Summit, or called Summit of Little God, I think. Because that's God's tongue. Though from this point of view, it looks more like a rabbit. Maybe it'd be called... What would it be called then? If it's not Little God, would it be the Little Rabbit? This area could also use some more work. Basically this... Because if this is now going to be a creek that pools into here... And also, we really need... Hang on. Let's get the player... So, where's the camera rig? V correction. Or, what is it called? Grounded. So, if player is grounded, or player.state.is hovering. So, this is player... No, state data. Is grounded, is hovering. Okay. So that way we don't have that annoying thing where the camera can barely keep up with this thing. Okay. So yeah, now the player actually like follows the hover scooter. But okay, I think the geometry is really modeled, or like rough, I should just say. But yeah, the actual like lighting is all spotty and weird, you can see. And admittedly, with the hover scooter, you can kind of just get up here. I need to tune it better. It needs to be worse at going up hills. How would I do that? I guess just remove more of its, like, vertical component. I don't think it actually has any vertical component, though. Yeah, because we can just straight up, like, go loop around this entire place and then start heading up this hill. And, like, I don't even have extra stamina. I'm not base stamina. Wait, actually, where's the little... Oh, there it is. Okay. There's a little lookout point. I guess that's what it could be, even. So we'll need to do some work on the paint. And I think more rock. That'd be good. Just more rough terrain out here. So I guess this wouldn't even really be a city. This would just be more like a collection of, like, villages that are up in the cliffs, basically. Let's have this spread out a bit more. Because, yeah, I would like it to be even more work, basically, for the player to get into here and, like, figure out where everything is. Okay. That's fun. It's an okay start, actually. I think overhangs would be cool. We can look into those. Yeah, so we have this area, which will... Let's fix up this here. So... Oh, right. Hang on, before we do that. It really hates... having to do things when any modifier is enabled. But yeah, a fun procrastination project would be to make some sort of terrain editing thing that uses, like, constructive geometry. Because it'd be very different than, like, because a lot of modern voxel meshing algorithms, like marching cubes, were primarily made for, like, medical imagery, where precision was very important. But I don't need precision. I just need it to, you know, I'm much more concerned with, like, runtime efficiency. So if it's, like, you know, it loses some detail to, like, cut the geometry or cut the, like, polygon count in half, or especially with marching cubes, you can get a lot of savings because there's so many places where, like, it's really inefficient with polygons. So as long as it could run in real time, well, not even real time, real-ish time, with some sort of semi-real-time preview. Or just faster than this, basically. What the hell is happening? There we go. Like, it literally takes, like, 2 seconds. And this isn't even like an operation that's operating on things. This is just pushing two vertices together because they need to be together. I just might do this. Well, wait, what the heck are these things? What are these? What are these little cubes? What is this? Oh, this is the origin? That's not the origin. This doesn't make any sense. 109. What is this? So this is 15. 109. What? There is no 109. Chunk called 109. But then where's the real 109? I guess it must have been here and I deleted it. But then why are they here? I don't understand. So there's just strange little things. So this is 86. Okay, so I guess these are just chunks that I deleted at some point. Then I don't understand why they're here. But okay, let's add some more rocks and plateaus and things. We've done enough dilly-dallying. Actually, what I want. So let's get a little bit crazy with it. Oh. Why is it not? I'm pressing... Oh, no. I'm pressing D. I guess let's not even make that like a thing. Yeah, let's also merge these together. Also, I should be thinking about what is the final version of this. Like, is Crab Hill done? Is it good enough? Because if it's not, I should think about why. I need a big old plateau right here. I'm thinking that basically. Okay. And now let's get like these basically in here. And then let's grab some like something like this. Let's do also Let's do that. And we'll just like make it all messed up. How do we connect these? There we go. Hmm. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're getting a fun little shape. There we are. I should have been doing vertices, or the vertex select, so that way it automatically highlight these, but oh well. So now we can do this, and then a little... That's not what I wanted. Okay. That kind of does what I want. Oh, wait. Let's remove that. Okay. Oh, wait. Where is it? Okay. There we go. This is what I needed. I wanted to do a little bit of this. Now we have another of these that helps to sort of block this entrance here. And then more stuff maybe up here, because this is kind of like, this is like the direct line now. So we need more. Let's grab all of this. And I'm just going to like pull this whole section up. Oh, wait, hang on. Took me like 15 minutes to figure out what I was actually doing there. Okay. That's not the buttons that I pressed. Okay. So I want to get basically this, probably a little bit less of this. Up to about like here. And then maybe some just random pockets that are not part of this. So that way it's a bit more organic seeming. In fact, what if that's not part of this? Actually, this should not be here either. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of this. Oh, wait. And we're going to grab it, make it even taller. Oh, wait. We need this and this and this as well. Alright, so now we get a little bit more in here. And then this needs to go down now. Yeah, let's do I wish I could press buttons without seeing them. I'm pressing Alt-A to not select things. And Godot is like not, or Blender is not cooperating with me. Okay, whatever. I got what I needed, which was this. So basically, we're going to pull this down, or we're going to rotate this basically. So like, well, yeah, let's do this way. Okay, there we go. And we see that. And then I think even more plateaus maybe. Or I guess this is fine for now. Yeah, because admittedly this makes Crab Hill a little less impressive in comparison, but I guess it's fine. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Let's also fix up the grass while we're here. If Blender deems me fit to like, okay. Oh wait, we can only do one at a time. So we're gonna do, can we like, wow. Blender hates. Wait, is this use saturation value? We need RGB. This needs to be 1. My goodness. I'm only holding one of them, and there's no modifiers present, and it's like horrendously slow. Okay, we can have a little bit of green up there. That'll be fine. Is this? Oh yeah, I need this. That's my real problem here. Okay. Now get green up a little bit lower. This. Have like a little bit of like, right, yeah. Object mode, vertex paint. Probably close enough. And we'll do a little bit like, oh wait, no. That'll be a pain. It'll be a pain everywhere, it seems. Okay, whatever. Activate all modifiers, see how the game looks. Send this off. play with it. It'll be good enough. And then I'll start working on more of the, like, actual town, or, like, conceptualizing what I actually want for the town and stuff like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's play around in this area, see how this feels. Because I think... still pretty big. Yeah, you can definitely have, like, a little village here or something, and then, like, you know, if this terrain, either flatten it, or if I, God willing, want to actually, like, figure out how to make buildings on the terrain without, like, wanting to kill myself. Because the big problem is always, like, if I want it to be even a little bit inside the terrain, then it's like a huge fiasco. Or, you know, like, I want a room that just goes in the ground a little bit. It's like, I'm gonna now have to, like, have you know, a whole project. And this makes this area feel much bigger in comparison, given how constricted everything else is on the way out. Because admittedly, this game is so, like, flexible with the movement that there's not even really any obligation to come in this way, basically. But yeah, I definitely need to, like, make this geometry a little better. And I also need more, like, offshoots of it. Oh, look at that. Didn't I, like, put the modifiers on? Maybe it didn't save that one yet. Oh, well. This is good enough for now. It's a little terrain, and it makes it a little more interesting to be in that town, and it explains why it would be secluded even today, because the terrain is just kind of rough in this area. So that means our next question is, I guess, more details of the housing. Like, what would I guess it would be, like, modern-ish. It would be stuff that's built from modern materials, but in a really cheap way, basically. Yeah, so I'd also want more, like, interesting detail up the or up this mountain. Because yeah, I've kind of established now that there's, like, a lot of plateau stuff. And that place looks hideous in comparison now. Because I'm still thinking the only other way that people typically do terrain is height maps. And I don't want to do height maps unless I'd also have some system for, like, really big meshes that can, like, blend mostly seamlessly with them. Because, you know, otherwise, how am I going to do the the God's tongue? It does look a lot more like a rabbit from this side, though. Okay. Let's put that in here. So, the towns, or the villages, in the area are mostly, let's say this, actually. The, Lagoon Town. Alright. Lagoon Town is a city just to the east of Crab Hill. Despite being so close, the capital, the city, well, the entire reason I deleted that is because it's a collection of villages. So it's a collection of villages just east of Crab Hill. Despite being so close to the capital, the town has an opium poppy plantation at the center, being the base creek drains into. Founding villages, or quite poor, with a higher rate, a higher rate of poverty and crime. Let's see. The city is secluded and has a very low, like, Valic speaking population. Where the villages are secluded and have very few Valic speaking members, mostly to themselves, despite the Emirates publicly hardline stance on opium. It tends to turn a blind eye to the plantation as it's valuable, or as it's a major source of income for the region. Most of the wealth goes to the few people connected to the plantation, and most of the villagers do little work. Or, no. Indirectly supported by this trade, though it's probably not very good work. Or, like, very good jobs, basically. I wonder if this place... Like, this is not a very good place to have one of these. Well, I guess if there's just a well, like they happened to make a well here or find water in this particular area, because this part of the area, or this part of the desert, is going to be pretty barren. Because I just like the idea of there being just this huge fuck-off hill that just goes up and up and up all the way there, or all the way to the top of the mountain, or to its base, I guess. Though I might change my mind on that. Well, no, I don't think I will. I like it because it breaks up, because there's kind of like... I just like a low-density area in the mix of the high-density area, since I already have the valley, and now we have this area that's basically just an even more dense valley. And I think this area is going to be relatively dense as well, with different villages and stuff. Oh yeah, the things I was going to say. So, like, the outskirts, or the villages have quite a lot scrap equipment from past military conflicts for the valuable basin, since it's a source of water. And most of the buildings in the area are made from modern materials and scrap, such as corrugated metal. Is that how to spell that? Wood and others. Now let's just say and wood. Because, you know, most of the places we see otherwise are made of stone or mud. So I think this will be an area where it's like an intersection of modern or modernity. But it'll be, I'm thinking much more, admittedly, like rural Nebraska is what I'm thinking of just abandoned cars, abandoned houses, which isn't really what you would have in a place like this. It'd be like a very different kind of poverty, I think. But I suppose if it's a place that's had like economic activity in the past and is just like, yeah. So there'd also be like a road, I think, leading along the basin. Let's say that. There's a dirt road along the creek that drains into the basin, leading through a village right before the plantation. So I'm trying to think, would they, I guess they would just have a road inevitably just from use. Like, what's this area? Oh, this is the area to actually get here, I think. Yeah, so we'd probably want something like here. Maybe clear this, or maybe flatten this area, beef this area up a little bit, or expand it. And then we could put like a village here that kind of like serves as a buffer zone before the plantation. That'd be interesting. And then we can have lots of towns up. Well, would we have towns up there? That'd be kind of dangerous for people down here, because what if they get mad and just start throwing stuff at them? I mean, realistically, what you'd do is you'd get mad and start shooting them with guns, but, you know, a rock could also be quite dangerous from, like, a child up here getting bored, or people kicking, or accidentally, like, causing rock slides or something. Ah, well. Probably no villages up on these cliffs, then. Just, like, little hideouts or something. I think I can pretty easily... Oh, wait, no, I can't pretty easily get up here. But okay. I think this is a good start for this area. So let's say that's going to be our, like, pass to modeling. So, like, maze like rocky canyons, overhangs and things, maybe some old towns and the rock faces. Let's say later. So let's remove that, do the slice. Oh, wait, no. I meant to do that. So that way we can have this. So the poppy plantation. So city on the outer ridge in chunk 15, blah, blah, blah. So this is now going to be actually a series of villages. So I'm going to move this to, like, here. basically, because now there's going to be a mix of stuff. Like, so crime, plantation overhangs and things. V-slice. Oh, wait, no, that's not going to be V-slice. Because V-slice is just the one specific area. This isn't V-slice. I'm getting confused as to what V-slice means. Because the vertical slice is only one specific location. It's going to be the, it's going to be Crab Hill. Like, I'm going to just beef up this plateau. Figure out what I want for the, like, final version of it. And make it as polished as I possibly can in the time that I give myself, which will be, like, 3.5 months. Okay. So beef up the terrain around there. That's basically done. The city on the outer ridge in chunk 15, blah, blah, blah. Not done. I mean, I guess what I can do right now is just put some... You know what? Let's do that. We're just going to put some placeholder stuff. So let's do... active entities. Plantation. Oh, wait, no. There's not going to be a plantation. There's going to be this. Because now I need to remember how to do crops. Because I'm just going to have a whole bunch of grass, basically, in here for now. So that would be chunk terrain. Oh, wait, no. Chunk terrain biro. This one. And we'll just have, like, the placeholder huts. Okay, so how do these work? We have crops, and we have multi-meshes, and these multi-meshes have a script called distance... Oh, they just have distance visible. Weird. I thought they had something else. Maybe there's, like, crop maker. What does this do? Multi-mesh action / corn. Okay, I see. Let's add a multi-mesh then. So this will be similar to this one. $3D float? What do we have here? 3D none. Okay. We need corn. Maize? Okay. And now we add paths. Eventually. How do we, what? Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's get our crop making script. This will be active entities / plantation / multi-mesh instance. No, let's call this crops 1. Okay. And so where do we get the path, though? Oh, we have curve. Wait, where is this from? Oh, okay. If C is path. Aha. And that means that we can do multiple paths, which I was thinking we did. Okay, let's see if this will work. So I want to be... Okay, I see. These actually do I think I'd prefer if they did like a physics check. Hang on, let's look at what our grass does. Because I think I'd like to do what this does. Face normal. Oh wait, no. This doesn't do a physics check. This does, let's do a place. No, decal. Show preview, click. Okay. So we're not going to do a whole bunch of this complicated stuff because basically this casts array from a random point. We're going to cast from directly above us to directly below us, and that's going to be in... Oh, we have cast ray right here. Cast ray from 2, and I'm just going to steal that, put that in here. So space state get world, so it's going to be... Oh, get scene dot get world. How does this thing work? What does this do actually in direct space state? Physics direct space state. Okay. And we're actually going to have cast ray, or like intersect at point vector 3. And it'll be point plus vector 3 up times 3. And point plus vector 3 or minus times up times 3. No, dot up. Okay. And that means that we're going to have if var p equals intersect at position, and then if p dot position. So what is location? While location plus buffer less than length. So what is buffer? I guess these are fine. Okay, let's just try getting these. So I'm just going to run this. Oh. Did that do something? Let's just print debug running, and then we can do like print debug generated instances size generated 0 instances. Okay, and that's because there was no point here, I guess. Vector, so point minus vector 3 dot up times 3. Position. No, okay. I swear I was able to get, hang on. Let's go back to this. Oh, wrong thing. Crop maker. Let's add another multi-mesh. Decals mesh, actually. Okay, so this shows that we're actually colliding with the terrain here. So that's a good thing. And so then the question is, why are we not intersecting when the terrain is being checked here? So like, else no collision. There we go. Like, is there something where it's like being like the physics aren't being loaded when we switch to the script scene or something? Like, what the hell's what's the difference? I guess we could have all of this in the script instead. So what I'm going to do is actually just have this as props, and it'll just be entities visual crops create. So we're going to not have this. And for mm equals multi-mesh. And this is going to be tool extends multi-mesh instance. Okay, and this should also be like, let's do like export tool var enabled equals false. No, true. Set get set enabled. So function set enabled enabled equals if not then clear, else run, and clear is just going to be a function, and this is going to do like multi-mesh.instance count equals 0. And this is just going to do get world. And this is actually going to be if not editor engine.editor int return. Global transform. Oh. Okay, so we should actually remove this because that's going to confuse me. Okay, so now if I just check this, so it still doesn't work. What's the difference between the decals mesh? Why does this one work? Because this one still just does a cast ray, I'm pretty sure. Or like show preview. So camera ray project, cast ray, if not result.empty. Oh, I see. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because that would mean that it should always be... Oh, well, okay, whatever. We can get result.normal. So what is the result. Okay, we got result.position. So let's go back to the crops and let's do if not p.empty. So why is this still... So space state, intersect ray, point dot that. Oh, wait, because this is our global position. So we need inverse times global position. So we're actually going to do position, and then we're going to do inverse times this position. So this is now a global position. Okay, because there we go. Now it actually works. And then what we can do is we can also export all of these. And we're going to have like, you know, I don't know what this is. Offset H. So we need a more horizontal offset, I think, for now. Scale min will be like, I guess that's fine. Okay, so now we have a way of generating a bunch of things that are touching the ground. And potentially even they'll like not look bad in the near future. Or in the near future. Oh, I just fucked up all of them. Oh well. I forgot they were all connected together. Oh well. Let's generate this. Okay, for now, that'll be good. Okay, that's our poppy farm. Epic. We need a hut. So this will be our like placeholder hut. Where even is it actually? And I won't put too much detail into this right now because all I need is basically like just to tell me where they're going to be. And we should probably have some water or something out here to imply like why the basin is as it is. But okay, that gets us that. And then here as well, we're going to have some huts. Spatial. Well, I don't really need that. We're just going to put a hut. It'll be right here, right off to the side of the water. And we'll have a similar one on this chunk, whichever one this is. And I'll just have to remember that all of this is placeholder. Eventually, actually, what I'll even do is I'll make that hut more obviously placeholder. I'll just put like a replace me texture on it or something. Where am I? Okay, so we need this chunk 15. Chunk 15, content. I am losing my ability to type. And this should have preview neighbors on. Here we are. Some more huts. Currently just overflown with debris, dirt, grass, and all sorts of wonderful things. Perfect. That tells us everything we need to know about this area. We should probably also have some other places with huts. So that way we can get a better idea of like where people are living out here. I wish there was a key that I could hold, like when I drag and drop something in, so that I can like make this automatically a child of our current parent. Because I think if I hold control, it makes it so that it's at the root. Yeah, and that's, I guess for now, that's good enough. But generally what I actually want to do is make everything the child of the same object. But okay, that gives us a little area here. I'll move these out a little bit though. Because I think these would make a lot more sense as like there. Yeah. Okay, and then where else would we have? This would be nice. Yeah, this would be a nice area. Oh. I'm like forgetting how to do things. Okay. So this little village area is actually quite populated. Would someone live here? I guess they might live here. Yeah. I kind of like this little area. Just having a bunch of little villages and stuff. Ooh, this would also be a nice place for some. This is, oh, this is like what chunk is this actually? So this is mostly O3. Do we have O3? No, we don't. Okay, chunk. Oh wait. Preview neighbors. Okay. Ah, there's also this little area. This would be good for, well, I don't know. It's a little too out of the way. I think maybe here there'd be some people. But here definitely seems like it'd be a nice little place for people to be. So this way, we have plenty of places for the player to be like, ah, there's life here. There's stuff to do. And this will be good enough for the past too. Could probably get, I'll keep it here for now. And this would be, I guess there wouldn't really be water there. So let's also have like huts that are like positioned like not just in a circle. Because admittedly, they're all kind of like interspersed oddly. What is this actually doing out here? So this is chunk 2, I think? Yeah, 2. I don't know why that's there. Like, I guess, I mean, this would make sense as like a hut area, or like a village area. Let's put them right here though. I think I was testing something like about the huts at this point. But okay, I think these all make sense along this little area. You know, they're all hiding in the shade, basically. Man, the visuals here are like really like getting gestural. It's like, yeah, this is like, you know, they're gonna be in this general vague area. See, and I think these houses would actually get blasted by the... I think this is where the sun sets at, so they would get blasted in the evening, though. Ah, well. Okay, let's do another little tour of the area. I didn't even realize it's been almost 4 hours. Well, almost 3 hours, I think. What time did I start? Okay. About 3 hours. But it is about 10 p.m. now. Okay, so let's roam around. Let's see. So we're in this lovely little canyon area. Complete chaos. The geometry is all fucked up. We have some vague gestures at a farm. Eventually, these will be fields of poppies rather than just corn. But I figure it's going to be at least like 6 months until I actually do that. So I might as well just have something to like get the impression. Okay, and then a little like almost semi-lookout hut, almost. I said almost like 3 times. I mean, I guess that literally is just a lookout house. Well, what are they going to do? It's a plantation. You can't just like flush it down the toilet. I guess warn people so they can leave if it looks like they're coming to arrest people. Man, and look at how ugly the like lighting in here is. Because this was when I was first experimenting with the ambient occlusion, so I just painted it black. Hideous. Yeah, I think my ideal would be that this place is dense enough that the player can feel like, or like forget about the broader world for a moment. But I don't think that's going to happen, just because that would imply a lot of content in there. But I like these little like secluded villages, because yeah, they're going to be in the shade a lot, and that's a good idea. And then you could have just sort of like dirt roads between the villages. Let's see what those other ones. So there's another group like out here behind this plateau, one of these plateaus, somewhere here. Aha, here they are. Yeah, they're getting directly blasted by the sun. I put them in like the wrong place. They're on the wrong side of this. They needed to be on like this side probably. Right in here. Nah, who cares? They'll be good enough. But okay, that gives us some fun stuff to play with. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a photo for the world. Actually, let's also first save this stuff. When is the last time I even edited the assets? I guess not recently. Okay. Add some new terrain around the Lagoon Town, around the poppy plantation. That's going to take a little bit to save. Let's get the map. I think this is the script. So load chunks, take photo. Take a few years to save that. Because it does admittedly have to load every single chunk. Let's see how the other thing's doing. Okay, oh, it's regenerating all the roads. Okay. And now let's see what the map looks like if it did actually re-import. It did re-import, but it completely fucked up. Yeah, it did not correctly apply anything at all. Day, night. So we have map screenshot here, and then we have map viewport here, and then we have map screenshot here, and we're not going to load the chunks again. And maybe now, if we go to output, okay. So let's see what the screenshot looks like now. Okay, now it's reasonable. There we go. And we can see all those little villages. And like lots of stuff. So we could have all sorts of map markers. And we're not going to save any of these changes because they don't matter at all. Hopefully. Unless I forgot to save something important right before taking the map screenshot. Oh well. But okay, now we got cute little plateaus and cute little terrain stuff there to make it a bit more interesting. Because admittedly, the terrain here is a mess. It's a total mess. It would be interesting to like completely redo all of the terrain, but at this point, well, I guess it's the question of, would it be easier to make this terrain look good or redo it? Or, third option, not care and just let it be. Because I think it's going to look hideous. You know, it's a complete mess of, like, scribbles, basically. But maybe from the ground, it looks good enough that I'll live with it. Alright, let's push this to the drive, so that's going to be a little while. Well, not that bad. Maybe. What else do we got? So poppy plantation, so, I mean, we vaguely gesture at those, so... Because this is, again, I gotta remind myself that this is just past two stuff. Oh yeah, we're on the schnoz branch. I think we're officially gonna just merge that. So let's check out master git merge schnoz. Git push drive. Okay. Oh yeah. Project add this, and then I guess vaguely gesture toward the Lagoon Town area. Because I think it was a good idea to start with this written description, because now I have an idea in my head of what it's actually going to look like or why it would look the way it does. I think with a lot of these other ones, I made the mistake of not like thinking about why the town exists before I started making it. And that's why I wound up deleting basically all of them. Because now, I mean, the stuff that's here, I can imagine where it's going to go. And that's good. And like what purpose it's going to serve without having to put too much effort into it right now. But okay. It is about 10 p.m. and I don't want to work on this anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that's the end of development for today. But I will start streaming Sea of Stars because I like doing that. Right, but actually, since it's going to be a little bit because I have to push all this stuff, typically what I do, oh my god, it's a whole new thing. There's a whole new thing. Hang on. I got to do a whole bunch of work. You know what? I have a good idea. You can get an ad break while I do this, so enjoy that.